Hola, hola. Let's
Epa,
give it. Hola,
hola,
hola.
hola,
Two,
hola.
3 minutes. No, we're gonna do like 2, 3 minutes of sparring, of warming up before everyone starts to join us and we start officially with the night. How are you, Rafa?
Pues muy bien. So well, so well. Really looking forward to this. It's another year, exciting. And looking forward to this. And obviously, I'm having a bit of support from my
Very,
Canal
very
wife.
Catalan. I can see. For everyone starting to joining us, a bit of housekeeping. This is the first of a series of 3. Every Friday before the next weekend start, we're gonna gather live here for a vermouth, and you can ask questions about whichever technical problems you have, whichever program questions you have, and recommendations. So it's 1 hour ish. It's never 1 hour sharp that we will gather here. Rafa, I, members of the team, audience coming in, guests. So it's the space where the festival is the closest to the community we were imagining initially.
Alberto, I don't know if it's only me, but I can hear you very, very bad.
It's
You were
echo.
from another planet.
Echo. Okay, let me try with headphones. All right, how is that? Can you hear me better? Better with headphones? Rafa, can you hear me? It doesn't make any difference?
No, Alberto, I can hear you. It's all kind of cracking and like encrypted, as if you were from a planet different to this. I don't know.
Strange.
Now.
Yeah?
Now I get. Yes.
Yeah?
I don't know if it's only me or not. Well, as you were saying, this is the first of three broadcasts we are going to do. We had a bit of a withdrawal syndrome. We were doing one a week during the summer, during the lockdown. And well, it's about time we do it. We have guests coming in today. We have plenty of people from our friends, from past guests, other guests that should be here, our team, and the best part of Cinematic, which is our regular audience always coming to our events.
Exactly, and it's going to be different. Exactly, it's not Rafa and me talking heads all the time. It's going to be us doing a wee introduction and welcoming. We will then interview 2 great amigos of the festival, 2 great artists, Noèlia Diaz-Vicedo and Marc Sempere. And then it will be an interactive part with the audience, with some people that will join us in the call and members of the team. And every Friday we will change. So if you want to appear, tell us, I want to come on screen with you, and you can come next Friday. And the idea is that we have a space here where we can talk about the films, what we saw, what we're looking forward in the next weekend. So it's really a sense of, again, the closest we can to a community where we can talk, discuss how we're living the festival. That's the idea. We want to keep it in 1 hour-ish today. So you have time to go straight to start watching films.
So Alberto, what festival is that?
Which festival? I'll tell you in a minute. You want to put a wee trailer and we get starting?
Well, I will try, but the trailer was too big for this application. So yes, but I'm going.
Or maybe we don't have trailer.
Yeah. Joder.
Anyone joining us for first time might think that this is out of order or not normal. Everyone who knows cinematic knows there's always a little bit of technical extravaganza.
Well, that's not completely true, but I don't know what is going on here. It's just precisely today we are going to have a problem with this. Well, I'm going to give it a wee shot, and if it doesn't if it doesn't go like this, then I will have to actually call it quits. That's a wee pity. Well, but Cinematic presents indeed some festival that is.
You want me to try to do the old school thing and put it in my YouTube or something like that?
Yes, and then share your screen. Sorry.
No. Let's try if this works. Let's see if this works.
Ah.
All right. Or if not, in my right, but
you need to share your screen.
Cam, no cam, share screen, camera. Ooh, this might be more complicated what we try in Rafa.
Oh my God, we used to be able to do this so easily. Well, Alberto, no doubt, will come back in a minute. Well, what happens to the Catalan Film Festival is something that we have been doing now for Alberto. Goodness. I was gonna explain a bit what is the Catalan Film Festival when we started. We started back in 2012. We did one edition, the very old team of Cinematic. That was great, but then it stopped for a few years, and it was until maybe 4 or 5 years ago that we kind of took it back on. It was an evening of short films with Marc from I+G Stop Motion as our guest. And from there, with the help of Estrella, well, Ramon Jul, obviously, and so many others, we managed to get it to what is today. I mean, we are talking about 39 films. I don't know how many, 5 different in-depth talks, about 10 Q&As with the directors of the films. And you have it all there. You have it all in Fest Home, ready for you for just a tenner, for just £10. Yes, that is Alberto with bananas, and I follow him. I always do. 10 quid gives you all that. More than 2 weeks of entertainment, more than 2 weeks of absolutely amazing, cracking, second to none filmmaking. Watch out, check our website, see the program, because some of the films obviously are this year's films that are still in the festival circuit, and they cannot be watched but for 72 hours. Some of them, Josep and Panteres, only 48 hours. So you need to check the timings and be aware of when you can see it. But you will have at least 2 days, normally 3 days, and for some films, 2 weeks to watch it online. And now, guys, grab your glasses, because Alberto is going to introduce Catalan Film Festival 2020 in its own language.
No, it's kind of the unofficial start. We wanted to try the trailer, but no need. Whoever comes here might find odd that we're talking in English. Anyone familiar with Cinematic knows about our long-lasting love relationship with Catalan language and Catalan films and Catalan culture in general. So here goes a bold attempt to welcome you all in Catalan. Hola a totes i a tots. Benvinguts a una nova edició del Festival de Cinema Català d'Escòcia. 2 setmanes per davant celebrant les arts i el cinema de Catalunya, una carta d'amor a Catalunya i a la llengua catalana, en un món hiperracional i complex, fred i distant, més si cap en aquest estrany 2020. Hem preparat un programa de pel·lícules, curtmetratges que busquen l'emoció i emocionar-nos tots junts. És un programa molt emocionant que esperem compartir amb tots vosaltres al llarg de les properes 2 setmanes. Gràcies a totes les organitzacions que van fet, en particular als amics de l'Institut Ramon Llull. Gràcies a totes les organitzacions que van fet possible aquesta edició. Això és només el principi. Benvinguts, amics. That was, I don't know if that made any sense. but it was worth.
We have people, obviously, this is live in Facebook, this is live in YouTube. We have so many people giving us in-depth encouragement and that. Laura Feliu, Jobregas, and having nachos with sour cream. Yes, thank you. And Cinematic Answer, great choice. Liz Wilson. She's a bit more on the Estrella Rioja and homemade chorizo rollitos.
Whoa!
Great to be back, guys. It's great to be back, and it's great to be with you. And it's well, cinematic. Alberto said before, and it's just true. No? It's not only Alberto and me, and it wouldn't make any sense to have it just two guys doing all this. But we have the support, as I said before, to grow, to do this festival into what it is today. I mean, we are talking about that. It's part of 40 different films coming in. It's a bit of a pity, although we don't want to dwell on that we are still waiting for the cinemas to open. Edinburgh will most likely see some of the films in screens at the beginning of December. Glasgow and Dundee are trying. But we have the support of so many associations, individuals, government bodies, from Ramon Jul, which is the partner of the festival, to Estrella Damm, which support us in every possible way they can, and you should support them too, to Acción Cultural Española, Movilidad, to so many others. Alberto, you know, my capacity for the names is nefastos, so I shouldn't even try. I forget things.
No, you were in the right path. You were not forgetting about any major ones. As you can imagine, it's been a very challenging year. We were planning, we had to do the work 3 times on each direction because we were planning a type of festival, and all the work done went into the bin at some point. We had to prepare for a hybrid festival, and part of the work went again to the bin. So, it's been a very challenging year, and we're really looking forward to start tonight and to share with you, even online, the films, the feedback, and obviously, this was not even possible. Even if we tried, we were hit once, twice, and we managed to get back and organize this festival even in the online realm, thanks to the support of, as Rafa was saying, mainly our biggest sponsor, Institut Ramon Llull, Screen Scotland, Film Hub Scotland, and BFI's Film Exhibitor Fund. But those are the major sponsors of the festival, as Rafa was saying, Acción Cultural, Instituto Cervantes, Catalan Films, Filmoteca de Catalunya, and so many event sponsors, so many amigos that are going to be with us for the next 2 weeks, like Invisible Woman, Scottish Trades Union Congress, Take One Action Film Festival, Prodeca, Scotland, Catalan Centre Català d'Escòcia, obviously Fest Home, our online platform, and the 3 venues that we're going to host the festival are DCA, GFT, and Institut Français Écosse here in Edinburgh. So that's the housekeeping bit of thanks sponsors, because they all helped us so much to get here, to get these films to you for the next couple of weeks.
Cool. So that out of the way, thank you very much to everybody who makes this festival possible. You can have it. It's only 15 minutes until the films are available. Where are they available? Fest Home. I think the URL is tv.festhome.com. But if you just join to our website, log into our website, you will get plenty of links to see the program. We are going to spread the titles along the festival, just because, what I said before, some of them are in the festival circuit. We're talking about many of them. We are going to go in depth in the program in a minute, but they cannot be just placed there for 2 weeks to everybody. So some of them had even limitations on how many people can watch. Las Niñas, for example, Pilar Palomero. So we have 3 weekends starting from today. We start with 4 feature films and 4 short film programs. Those who know cinematic will know that short films are our weakness, are a tireless and we will have them all there. So that is available it's global. It's our global program, a part of one of the short film programs that can only be watched from UK, but the other 3 and the 4 features can be watched there. You just need to go to Fest Home, look for the Catalan Film Festival. We advise you to obviously get the festival pass, although each session has its own price, but the festival pass for a tenner will give you access to absolutely everything. Everything means that you have. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, it's not a joke, and it's not us telling that you have here the best films of the year, the best Catalan films of the year, the best Spanish films of the year. It's not us. We've been following, I mean, when we selected these films, they weren't as hype as they are now, but they won so many awards, and both generalist media, film critics are praising them. Las Niñas, El Año del Descubrimiento, My Mexican Bretzel, Giuseppe. You have them all here for only a tenner. You will see them, you will watch them, and it's not us saying this. It's out there. If you go and say these films are simply the best of the year, so we're thrilled that you will watch all of those for what we wanted, a very accessible price. Before we get into it, as we said, in these sessions, we're going to give you tips for the weekend that starts, useful information, but before we get into the detail, I think we forgot about something important, Rafa.
Well, wait until 7:30, no? Well, just go for it. Go for it.
That's not going to be like any mercy. I want the big sound. Is everyone ready out there? You want this to, yeah? Come on. Woo! Bienvenidos, welcome, benvinguts totes i a tots. Viva el Catalan Film Festival. I couldn't wait for the bubbles. A wee glass of cava to get into the next stage of the vermouth.
Lucky you.
Thank you everyone for being here, and thank you everyone for joining us.
Cheers, Alberto.
Rafa,
cheers.
For the long journey. It's been 6 months of getting to this day. So
Alberto, I feel optimistic.
Bear with us if we get emotional.
Alberto, I feel optimistic, and I'm gonna try again the
trailer.
The trailer. What about that?
Oh, well, give it a shot.
Give me a second. It's just taking forever, but
yeah. Rafa wants to show the trailer. Sound on.
Sound on. Can you hear it?
I can feel the Mediterranean. Bravo! We made it with the glitches and everything, but we made it through.
A couple of things.
one important bit before we get into the detail again. We were talking about the sense of community. I'm trying to get to keep an eye on the chat.
Interrupting you as I normally do. This clip has been a bit of a major work, and it was done by Laura Feliu Llobregas and Laia. It's not Costa. It's Laia. You said it,
Laia
Alberto.
Gazpio. And when Laura hears about how you pronounce her surname, she's gonna get a bit angry on you. They will come on screen later, so you will meet them in person. I'm trying to keep an eye on the comments, but by all means, this is this is aimed to be dynamic. This is one way, but it's not the only one. I'd like to tell you all that we've been receiving emails from Mexico, messages from someone in Russia trying to access the program. Whether you have a logistic, technical issue accessing First Home, or someone who wants to know when is Las Niñas available, how it works in terms of schedule, what can I see this weekend? Any question, you have Twitter, you can put a Twitter direct to us. You have Instagram, you can message us in Instagram, in Facebook, the same, in email, whichever way you choose, whichever is more familiar for you, use it. We've been receiving in the last 24 hours a lot of specific queries about the program or logistics, and we're very happy to answer them. We have a whole team behind helping us to answer them. So whichever way you prefer, I will say, but please do give us feedback. When you watch a short film or you spend an evening watching short films or a film that you love, tell us something. Again, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whichever way is more familiar for you. But we would like to have that sense of community. You can use the hashtag Catalan Film Fest, or you can ignore it, but find us with the cinematic at cinematic thing, and please engage. Tell us what you think about the films. Ask us questions if the weekend is about to start and you don't know what to watch, or you feel like a happy movie. We will answer any question, but get in touch with us because we really want interaction. The Vermouth is another way. You can put your questions there. You can tell us what you're drinking, what you're eating, what you're looking for. We really want to get that sense of community, even online with your laptops, with your screens. So strongly encourage you, everyone, to interact with us, to message us, to attend these Vermouths, and for information like the one we will give now. Sorry, Rafa.
No, I was just going through the messages that we are getting through Facebook.
Yeah.
Somebody's asking her mom that is watching this program to send her some food. Do you think that, in a way, that's a success for the Catalan Film Festival? No? Anyway, well, yes, as you say, we love interaction. We love hearing your thoughts. Unfortunately, this is what we have, and it's not bad. I mean, you can watch it again and again. You can organize a watch party. You can call me if you have my number. While you are watching my Mexican pretzel, I will watch it with you again. It will be the 5th, the 6th, the 7th time, no problem. I'll watch it again. Just give me a bit of warning. And I'm sure Alberto will very well be tempted.
I will participate as well. I said Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, but you can call us. You can call us too if you have our number.
Organize a
the whole idea.
Party, and we will be there and we will chat. La Nova Escola, all the nice titles. I mean, like Las Niñas, the chat we had with Pilar Palomero, the chat we had with Nuria Jimenez Loran from My Mexican Pretzel, with Ventura Dural. All that is in First Home. Log in, register, obviously before you log in, and you won't regret it. There's so much information. I think the master classes that both Nuria Jimenez Loran and Pilar Palomero were going to give here in Edinburgh, but obviously they couldn't. But they have done it online, and they are so
impressive, no? Both
so impressive, so amazingly nice for every audience. If you watch it and you have a mobile with a camera, you will start getting into making films. They are so generous with their off takes of the films, things that didn't work and why didn't work and why did they change it. Pilar goes over the process she followed to get Las Niñas rocking. And when I say goes over the process, it's not one step after the other. It's like she shows us her notebooks, her we scribbles with the timeline on the film, obviously, but on the character development. It's amazing the amount of information. And there are clips of the casting. They interview the cast. They had over 1,000 girls in Zaragoza to be the protagonist of Las Niñas, and that went down to 4, if I remember well. And she explains every bit of the process and shows clips of every bit of the process. And it's just so generous, so amazingly good. So you can't miss it. You can't miss
and you're making everyone jealous, and they won't see it until the next 2 weeks. That's why we have a vermouth the weekend before to talk in depth about that.
I do for living. I create anticipation.
But it's true what Rafa is saying. Like we haven't spoken in our social media yet so much about the talks, but pay attention. I know sometimes you just want to watch the films, but just let you know, as Rafa was saying, that both really in-depth, generous conversations with directors, incredibly insightful lectures into Catalan cinema, like the one by Stephen Marsh or Peter Anderson on what was La Retirada, if you want to know about Spanish or Catalan history. So bear in mind those. We will have also Q&As with all the directors. But I'd like to tell the audience, Rafa, what they can see this weekend. What's on the menu for this weekend, which are
very soon
4 films.
You off the screen. I guess we open with what we call Catalan classics and festival favorites. So we bring back a couple of titles that we had before. Dead Slow Ahead was the first time we did a Catalan film festival with a few events and that, and it was a great night back in the old summer hall in the Red Lecture Theatre. And we bring back as well Yo la Busco. Both come from obviously Ranuk films. Ventura Dural is present as well with his La Nova Scola, and they are, as they say, festival favorites. Then we bring Cocinar Belleza, and we haven't found a way of translating this into English that makes sense. It's a reflection.
Cooking Beauty.
It's a reflection on whether cooking and the food you produce as a chef, Quique Costa, obviously, top chef, can produce is a form of art. And then they go in talking to poets, to philosophers, to sculptors, to painters, to thinkers of the Catalan kind of intellectual scene, talking about the concept of creating art. And then he takes that to his kitchen and tries to obviously influence his team. No? And it's an amazing documentary on cooking, on art, on living, and yes,
on design. Yeah.
But obviously the highlight.
If you want a culinary screening with some tapas, you have it there.
Yes. And for me, obviously, it's silly to say I prefer this film to the other, because obviously we loved all of them. But there's one that opens today in about 1 minute, which is called Lejos de los Árboles, Far Away from the Trees, Jacinto Esteva, 1960s, late 60s, early 70s, dark Spain is still tired under a dictator, but still tired.
Dictatorship, Rafael.
I knew I was saying something different. Dictatorship, and tired of being under that. And Jacinto Esteva goes and film it all on his 16mm camera. No, the grain is there, and he gets his nose into the thick of it, into the bullfighting, but not the bullfighting of the big bullfighters, the bullfighting, the third division of the bullfighting, the bloody one. He gets his nose into a funeral in a village, in a community, and all the consequences that have that. Everybody knows one each other. He gave his nose in.
It's a journey to the most, to the deepest, most ancestral, traditional Spain, the villages of Spain. And Rafa, you're right. I think one of the most exciting films for us this year is not actually a contemporary film. It's this film that we are rediscovering with the help of Filmoteca de Catalunya. Anything that we say is not interesting enough that the 25 minutes of lecture by by Stephen Marsh. So from the University of Illinois in Chicago. He's an absolute expert on Spanish contemporary cinema. Whatever we say is not that interesting. So really recommend you to watch that either before or after watching the film. It's a perfect film to celebrate 45 years of the end of the dictatorship. So if you want a kind of event screening, let's celebrate it with Lejos de los Árboles, which, as Rafa was saying, gets really at the heart of some very traditional thing in the Spanish psyche that is still present these days, still there. So really recommend.
You go for an anthropological documentary, this one must win some prizes, really. As a Jule, we have Noèlia wanting to join the broadcast, but I think we should go quickly first over the four short film programs that you can watch from now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people may have said,
there's a question.
Bye, Rafa. I want to watch some films. Shut up.
You can do it now. No.
In our live events, you don't have a privilege, but you can do it now. You can just turn us off and watch some nice films.
We have a question from Charles about the first time-limited films. Obviously, everything that is starting this weekend, the 4 programs of short films, the 4 films will be available until the 6th of December. So we recommend, if you're good students, to start watching the short film programs and some of these films now, because then next weekend we will have a batch of 3 contemporary films that will be available for 72 hours, Friday to Sunday. And same on the last weekend. We will have films that will be available only 72 hours, Friday to Sunday. So this weekend, totally recommend you to go and watch the retrospectives and catch up on the short film programs. I hope that helps answering the question, Charles. Short films, very quickly, Raf.
Well, let's go for the 2 retrospectives. One of them is on Pilar Palomero's short films. Her previous work to Las Niñas, obviously a Malaga Best Film winner, and a film that is going all over the planet despite the pandemic and everything. She sent us even her exercises done in Eastern Europe.
Sarajevo.
She sent us all the work that she's done previous to this. Her family turns up big time. Her village turns up big time. Horta. And you can start getting a bit of her way of viewing. The kids appear, the girls appear, the eyes of the girls appear. There is a straight line that takes us from these short films to Las Niñas, and it's all there available for you. Absolutely amazing. Alberto,
first time, if I'm not wrong, Rafa,
no,
first time. I think we're having a bit of a delay frozen element there, but it's the first time that you're gonna be able to see all these from short pieces, short exercise, short films, everything she's done before. So really recommend you to watch that, to warm up for Las Niñas on the 4th of December, watching these short films. The other shorts retrospective is Como una ola, which is the Catalan New Wave, which is mainly led by Catalan women, and is partially one of the reasons why we started this festival in the first place, because there was something happening in Catalonia, and it was mainly films made by women, and it was so interesting, the perspectives, the points of view that we're bringing to the audiovisual field. And we gathered a program with some of our favorites. You met in previous editions in person, the lucky of you that were here, in a very close and familiar way, people like Belén Funes, Otelia Rico, great friends, great directors, Laura Ferrés, and you will be able to watch their early films like Luisa no está en casa or Sara la fuga, that won many awards. But Los Desheredados.
Must be a film that we show at any single chance. If somebody asks us, can you do Los Desheredados? It's like that one and Time Code. But yes.
Yeah. So some of you, obviously, the usual might have seen maybe some of those, but I'm pretty sure Luisa or Sara la Fuga or some of those, you've not seen them. They've not been in the festival before. And to conclude, we can talk more about the short film selection, the 2020 selection, which is a collection of about, I think it's 16 short films that are the best of the year, the best that we saw in different festivals, the best we've seen this year. We put them together in two different programs. One is available UK only, the other one is available globally. The first one, Short Films 1, is available globally. The Short Films 2 is only available in the UK. Really recommend you. You have films by Carla Simon, emerging talent from SCAC. We kind of say that in the first program, you have films about the end of the world and the apocalypse and how humans are contributing to it. And in the other, it's a lot of character-driven stories. But it's really, you'll find common themes. We really recommend you to go through those. And once you've done, you can hear also the Q&As. Really recommend you, obviously, the 16 short film selection split into those programs, Short Selection 1 and Short Selection 2. And without further ado, I'm ready to welcome.
To the side, it's as I have the computer here managing the broadcast, and I'm just trying to chat with the guests that are waiting to come in. As Alberto said, there is a website called catalanfilmfestival.com where you can check it all up, this in-depth information about it. Alberto is right. One of the programs, obviously, because the freshness of the films we are showing cannot be shown globally infinite times, but it is available in the UK. Some of them are available also in Spain. The other program is global. Come and check it. Have a look. And I think, Alberto, if you're happy with it, let's get one of the guests in, no? People must be tired.
Yes, of talking.
Okay, Noèlia or Marc?
Noèlia goes first. Noèlia goes first.
Noèlia goes first. Marc, wait there. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
Noèlia. Noèlia.
Hello.
Noèlia is the person who loves us the most, because she's been coming to the festival every single year. And
Indeed.
This one wasn't going to be an exception.
Indeed. I love you a lot. Very much. I've been missing you.
It's so nice to see you, Noèlia. Noèlia has been every year with us. Every year we found a reason to welcome her, to share something, spoken word, poetry every year. So it's a pleasure, and we obviously, if we were going to do something like this, we wanted you to be part of it.
Thank you so much. It is always a pleasure, a real pleasure for me to be in Cinematic. You do a great job, guys, really good, and I'm just thrilled to be at the opening again with all of you.
Opening Gala, Film Festival 2020. And I ran out of beer already. This is a disaster, Alberto.
Really? I'm having that here.
Cheers, Noèlia.
Oh, cheers.
Salud. Where are you? How are you? Where we find you today? In London?
Well, no, at the moment I'm in Alicante. Now I'm in Alicante. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And okay.
How is it over there?
It's fine. We're not in lockdown, so not that bad. And well, considering the circumstances and how everything is at the moment, not that bad, because we have the sun, we have the lovely food, we have all
the sun here too in Scotland. We have it today. I managed to show my face of the window and see it.
But I do miss going to Edinburgh. I do miss being in Scotland with you.
Alberto and his hair covering. Yes, I have actually one of Alberto's hats in my car from the last day.
It's so cold here, Noèlia.
But Noèlia, you told me yesterday during the lockdown and that you took the chance to finish a couple of things, a couple of projects you had going on. Tell us more about that.
Yes. Well, I haven't finished. I'm at the moment. I'm writing a novel, and I haven't managed to finish it yet. But hopefully, I will. This is one of the advantages of being in lockdown is that you have now the space and time to keep writing. And I have another book to be published very soon, hopefully in the coming months. Not sure when, but hopefully in 3-4 months will be out. And I've also started writing a book of short stories, so quite busy at the moment.
Sounds like it.
And I've heard that Rafa has persuaded you to share some of that with us tonight.
Yes, true. Rafa,
Stephen Marsh is telling us mucha mierda y gracias por haberlo invitado a hablar sobre la película, which in English means break a leg, and thank you very much for inviting me to talk about the film, the Far from the Trees. But Noèlia, yes, you have come here 3 times before to participate on a Catalan poem reading evening. We had the
Jordi Larios the first year, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, at the Scottish Storytelling Centre.
And now that we were
that was at the Royal Scots Club.
Yeah.
And then we have the Marc Sempere Don Agustet event last year at the Royston Hall. So tell us a bit about the experience of coming to the Catalan Film Festival. What do you think about that? What do you think about the festival?
Well, as I said before, I think that you guys do a wonderful job. I mean, the festival is not only good in the quality of the films, this is obvious, but also with the atmosphere that you create, and that is fantastic because you not only share the film, you share experiences, you share the chance, you give the chance of people being together and share culture and art, which is something that we always lack. So basically, I think your great achievement is that you provide the space to do it, and I think that this is wonderful.
I'm getting my face is turning like my shirt.
No, it's true. I do believe that, and I am thrilled that you've welcomed me.
How do you say in English?
What? Sorry, Rafa, what did you say?
No, sorry. How do you say in English? How do you say in English pandilla de verano?
Pandilla de verano.
The summer pack. How you say that?
The Catalan Film Festival is what we are.
The gang is the summer gang.
Noèlia, if you had to pick one memory from the 3 years you've been here, a moment, a memory, an event, which one will be?
Wow, that's a very difficult question. A very difficult one because there are so many great moments.
Hi, Noèlia, make it long. I'm gonna find a beer. Sorry, answer that.
Well, that's a great moment. You're interviewing the guest, and then you stop to get a beer. I mean,
Noelia, Rafa without a beer is, a very dangerous man. So better let's get the man get his beer, and let's wait for him.
Yes. Well, as I said before, it's very difficult to actually pick up one of the special moments. But I think that probably to share stage with Anna Krau was really special for me, because Anna was, is a great poet, a poet that I admired for many years, and to share stage with her was like it was like a dream come true. So that was a really special moment for me. But again, it's very difficult to pick up one, because there are always things going on. Always, you make things happen. You always make things happen.
We try to, even in this new world, we try to make to have this direct connection somehow, because then people will go and watch the films on their own, and hopefully they give us some comments or write us, and there's some interaction. But at least we have these moments. And we thought it's a film festival, but every year we have either performance, music, spoken word, other arts. And this year we thought, well, if we're not going to have that, let's bring 2 artists to the first Vermouth, to the opening Vermouth. Because then I think we're planning to talk with Celia Rico or Irene Moray, directors, in the following ones.
Great, that's fantastic.
Look! That's the face of a happy man.
Yeah, with 2 beers.
This is a disaster, Alberto. We are not prepared. We should have canceled the opening until we get the supply of Estrella Damm, which comes tomorrow morning. Thank you,
Estrella Damm. Oh my God! Will you be able to cope with that or not?
Well, last year I had to live with 61 cases of Estrella Damm in my flat for months. But
wow, what a sacrifice!
Yeah, well, it sounds a lot better than it is. 61 cases. Really.
David is asking if I could read something, por favor.
Yes, I think it's enough of us talking, and let's give David, which in reality is an Italian David, is a Davide. Let's give him and the rest of the people at the other side of the screen the pleasure to listen to you. I think Rafa needs to prepare some technical bits.
You want to read first?
Which one do you have ready for mine?
I have both. I have the break, and I have the other one.
Okay, so we start with the imposter. Yeah. This is. Yes. Oh wow! I like it. This is part of the new book. It's a little bit more experimental of the things I've done. I have been doing so far. So there you go. Imposta. Trencar, trencar, el ritme, la rima, trencar, trencar, la imatge, la paraula, la veu i escriure, escriure per trencar, escriure per dir, escriure per mullar l'existència eixuta. Acte de cloenda.
Joder, Noelia, hija mía. How nice.
Yeah, this is quite experimental. Break, break, the rhythm, the rhyme. Break, break, the image, the word, the voice and writing. Writing to break, writing to say, writing to soak the dried existence. Vale, ¿lo otro?
See, hold on a second, because I'm having all sorts of thingies here with the computer today. And I think we are out of the broadcast, to be honest.
No. We're here, I think. Can you hear me, Noelia?
Sí. I can. Yeah.
And can you hear me,
Rafa,
guys?
can you hear us? Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you. I can see you. Yes.
I'm sorry, this is it's the first time that this happened to us. Alberto will say opposite, but it's the first time that we have so many issues with the technology. Thank you very much for that poem. I think that came out very well. I can put the second one as soon as this stops.
Always a technical bit.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Are you
I have
ready,
some.
Noelia?
See, this is a sonnet back again into the classic structure, but is part of the new book.
Think Rafa is trying something. I don't know what, but we're trying, I guess, to get the
Yes.
screen or maybe an alternative format to share the text. I was going to say, Noelia, how where does the in this new version of Noelia that we didn't know, more experimental, what's the fire inside? What makes you go in that direction? Is it play with the sounds? Is more formal? It's more emotional?
It is a bit of everything. It is a wish of breaking with already established structures, with classical structures like sonnet or any other one. I'm a good user of the sonnet, of the structure of the sonnet, and also the sounds. I'm lately very much experimenting with the sound, with the sound of the word, with the sound itself, and basically this is what is behind this new book. I have some poems that are quite visual as well, so to some extent it is the pleasure of experimenting new forms of writing, new forms. Well, new forms for me, because these are not new forms.
It felt completely like a very sound driven words. It felt to me very very powerful and some kind of interest in combining sounds.
Yeah.
It felt like at the heart of it was sound experimentation. Mírale, con Joy, he can do a Zoom or a video conference without his dog, without Joy.
Bueno, Rafa, do we have the poem or no? Rafa?
Okay, guys, sorry about that. I had to call the engineers to sort the internet connection. I still don't think it's too well. I'm sorry. I can hear you. I cannot hear you actually, but I think we are back online.
Yeah, no. I mean, Rafa, we've been all the time online and chatting. So when you leave, we can continue. But
I can just read it without you. You don't need to put the poem there. I can.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
I'll read the Catalan and then the English, and that's it.
Please.
Vale. This is the sonnet No sé estimarte. No sé estimarte sense el feix, sense la boca i la veu que clama, sagnant, com un arbre sense arrels. Salta la mort a la mar com un peix i punyent sacseja els morts de sal que brollen com una deu al cel. Macarones, amb dolçor el cabell, hem de solitud, mirall de culpa, romandrà l'amor traït, llaç de paor vençuda. Segurament tu has retornat a la lluna blanca i al vaixell blau. Camí de l'utopia que cega et deia, mira la llum de la mel ancestral. Ara que encara no és massa tard. Oh, it's there. I don't know how to love you. I don't know how to love you without the sheath, without the mouth and the crying voice. bleeding as a tree without roots. Death plunges into the sea as a fish, and deep, springing like a female deity from the sky, shakes words of salt. You caress my hair tenderly, lacking all solitude, mirroring offense. Betrayed, love will remain, a ballast of defeated fear. I'm sure you'll return to the white moon and the blue ship on your way to a blindfolded utopia telling you, behold the ancestral honey eye, now that it's not too late.
How nice, Noelia. I'm sorry. Fantastic. I'm sorry for the technical thingy there. I think it's been fine and we've been out, but I couldn't see anything. I had a moment.
Yeah. I mean,
no worries. It's been
the most important bit, I guess, is, for me, even with all these screens, I have 2 screens here, and everything is almost close your eyes or focus on the words that Noelia was reading, and I managed to. So I hope the rest of us could too, because it was very moving.
Yes. Well, but Noelia, it's always a pleasure to speak with you, to see you, and to have you here with our We Catalan Film Festival extravaganza, no? So we hope Alberto always says this, that when the lockdown is over, we will do a party with all the guests that we had to cancel since
and the 61 cases of Estrella.
Okay.
61 cases of Estrella. And that's it. And lock all ourselves in somewhere and don't leave until there's no more cases of Estrella.
Wow. Fantastic.
Anyway,
I'll be there.
Thank you very much for joining us, Noelia.
Thank you so much for having me, and best of luck with the festival.
Thanks, Noelia. We got a lot of kisses for you from the audience, as you might see on Facebook. Take care.
Enjoy this beautiful festival.
Take care, Noelia.
Adeu. Bye-bye.
Lots of love. Take care.
Adeu.
Adeu.
Noelia.
Adeu.
And obviously, as you will expect, we are running with a slight delay, so we will invite Marc Sempere in a minute, which I'm sure many of you remember from last year, and then we will continue with the plan of audience, team members, and we may end 10 minutes later. Am I right, Rafa? Am I standing on my own? I can tell some jokes.
Amazing event, Don Usted, some musicians doing the things while we were wrong with that. Alberto, can you hear me and everything?
You cut a little bit. It sounds like like the quality is not the best. But yeah, keep talking. Let's see. It sounds like you cut sometimes, but can you bring Marc in?
But not right now, because I don't know why on earth is happening. We need to wait a minute until I can get back to the control of StreamYard. Yes, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's too much. There's something going on with the internet around here, or.
I guess everyone in the team behind the scenes know that
I was
a lot of.
About Marc Sempere.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you were saying something.
No, I was saying the team behind the scenes probably can testify that very strange things happen in our meetings, but normally the connection is good.
Alberto, I'm gonna get another computer and see if I can fix this. Hold on a second.
Yep. See if we can connect from a different device or something. In the meantime, obviously, that's not a problem for me to talk. I think there was a question earlier from Hector about a surrealist film or something with a fucked up sense of humor. I know you like that stuff, Hector. Last Day on Earth by Marc Martínez Jordà in the Shorts Program 1. That's the first thing you want to watch. It's a very quirky film in the line of Chema García Ibarra and this kind of homemade, low-cost science fiction from Spain. There's a whole generation doing great things. You want to check that short film first. A slight delay. This is why we love cinematic. Indeed, Charles. This is part of the beautiful things that happen live. Rafa, are you back? Charles is blaming the dog.
Yes.
That could be one of the reasons. He might have bitten or bite the cable on the Wi-Fi.
Oh, it seems this. It seems that you're actually right on the money. I think my puppy has boycotted our opening night, putting the internet.
But he's so cute.
Socket. But he's joy. No. Well, guys, I can see you, I can hear you. I think we are back on track.
Yeah,
So
you're back.
We have an amazing Mark, you ready?
Hola, Marc, no te oímos.
Mark.
¿Estás en mute? Ahí.
Ahora.
Hola, guapo.
Good night.
Good night, Marc.
Hello.
How are you?
Rafa don't hear me.
I know how my best.
Hello.
Yes, it's happening. It's happening. I don't know what. Really, I don't know. I think there must be this road works outside the house, and that may have an impact on the internet connection. But it's everything is working. It's just the internet connection. So how are you, Mark?
Cheers.
Yes.
Give me. Salud. Cheers, Mark. What are you drinking? Water.
Beer, but it's Estrella Galicia. I think not it's
out.
But I put in a glass because I don't want you can see the sponsor.
Well,
hello.
It's all good. We like diversity.
Very
Mark,
family.
Yeah, good to see you back here. There's a lot of people already. Laura and a lot of people saying, ahead of the event, people were saying already, Mark. I think everyone kept a really warm and lovely feeling of your stay here last year.
Yes, great moments last year. I have a very good feeling, and I want more of the Mediterranean Edinburgh.
It's the closest you will get. Where are you? I think in the house, Barcelona. I can recognize your walls for some reason.
Yes, I'm in my house where we recorded the film Els días que vendrán. I don't know what is the name of the title in English.
The days to come. Yes.
I'm in the Barcelona, in the confined Barcelona, and we are in house all the times because all the bars are closing. But we are very happy.
A smile. You don't have anything else.
Not really. So Mark, you were you listening to the broadcast before when we had Noèlia with us?
Yes.
Yes, and Noèlia was talking about the she's, as I said, she's been on every single edition of the Catalan Film Festival here in Edinburgh. But you were last year. I think we had a very good one. Celia Rico was here. Irene Moray was here. And we had this kind of pandilla de verano. I don't know how to say it in English. Going around. And we had so much fun. us a bit.
Yes.
What did you get from the?
Oh no, the puppy is biting the cable again. I think Rafa was trying to ask Mark if there is a feeling, a moment that you remember from last year, a particular thing of the festival.
Wow. There was a lot of moments, but you are the best amphitryon. The best, what is the name of amphitryon?
Host.
The best host, and you take us and we go to the sea and the beach and the mountain, and I have a very nice souvenir, no, of that moment, and all the time, because we go to drink with Rafa to whiskey. I don't know if it's the name Scotch whiskey, and he make us to test it with a little water, no, and there was very special too. All the moments, really, I have a very good remembering.
That's great.
Yeah, it's even more, Rafa, I don't know if you agree, but it's even more cruel to be, online only this year, because last year was maybe the most beautiful one of them all because of the quality of humans that were here, because how everything ran. It was such a beautiful edition that the contrast between being together and having such a lovely time, and this year is like even.
It was a great edition, and for once, travel free, and maybe there's no room in this celebration for this, but this is the year that we have the biggest kind of support from everywhere, and all of a sudden we cannot bloody show a film on a cinema. It's just the paradox, and the paradox is cinema. It's good cinema. So we are a good film, Alberto, I guess.
Yes, but really, I think a lot of in the people that make the premiere this year, and people that goes maybe there are 4 or 5 years making a film, and when arrive the moment of the physical moment with all the people, and you make the premiere, like in the Sevilla festival, that you can do it, and it's on streaming, and maybe there are some people in Sevilla, other people in Madrid, the team in other place, and it's a really special moment, because for me the real experience of the cinema is with a lot of people, and share this emotion and share this surprise and make it for screaming. It's very, very weird, and I'm now finished the cut of the film that I'm doing now with Niño Delche, and if si todo va bien, if all is good, the next year we make the premiere, and I'm very
in Edinburgh, I hope.
In Edinburgh, I hope to. I
mean,
yes.
I'm not gonna present it anywhere else. Mark,
yes.
Switch you off.
Yes, bueno, yo cuento contigo. I'm sure that you can do it. Yes.
No, sorry, we was gonna get to it. Mark has been working all this year on a documentary about a huge figure of the Catalan flamenco called Niño de Elche.
Flamenco revolutionary, no? The biggest revolutionary figure of flamenco scene these days, and you've been behind him.
It's very important because Catalonia is the only region outside Andalusia that produces flamenco versions, flamenco different strands, different people coming in, apporting to flamenco, to the evolution of flamenco. That doesn't happen in Madrid, for example, or it doesn't happen anywhere else in the planet. So, Niño de Elche, you told me that the film is done, that you were happy, that the editing is over, and you were just giving it the last finishing touches and looking forward to release it. Can you tell us more about that? When is it going to be the premiere? And
well, we don't know it because we are finishing now. No, we don't finish all the film. No? We must to make the sound and the color, and I don't know where was the premiere, but I'm really very proud of what we make it, because there was a very large travel, no, 6 years with this project, and when you arrive to the end and you are happy, it's very special feeling. No, I never before I have it. No, this feeling so clear and so good. No, I have a lot of ganas, a lot of I want to show you, and I want to, because the film too, it's very special. It's not narrative. There are a lot of poesy. There are a lot of surprise, and I want to show you. I'm feeling very special.
We want to see.
It's very punk too, like Rafa, and I want.
I'm moving into skinheadness.
And I guess, Marc, you were talking about this, but often you do films exactly that lead you to humans, to experiences, to share it with people. And I can imagine when you were all these 5 years, you've been thinking of making a film. But if you could choose, you would like to have a premiere with people in a festival, celebrate, go partying, no? And I'm hoping, there will be vaccine and you will be able to see that, next year. And I'm hoping, certainly, even more importantly, that we will be able to see it here with you.
Yes, I hope too. To make a very sharing moment, no? And feeling the bodies of the people, no? And maybe we can do it in a I hope, yes, sure.
Trusting in our punkness, but I mean, it's just the perfect excuse to comply with what we've seen here, like in the chat. If I tell you, it's just messages constantly of bring him back, bring Marc back. We need another paella. I can help for cleaning the paella again, says Hector.
Marc is a man with estrella.
Marc, necessitem una altra paella.
Yes.
Marc, he's my own shaman and guru. I go for that too.
Yes, we must do it. We must do it. More than ever, we need the paella moment. We need to share. We need the bodies. We need to touch us. It's a very special moment. I don't make a paella in. The last paella I do it, there was in Edinburgh 1 year ago.
Wow.
I need to feel this moment. And yes, and I must to share with.
We had this event to commemorate our 10th anniversary at Cinematic. It was a kind of a traveling event, between Tiree, an island on the west coast of Scotland, and Edinburgh, obviously. Marc was coming, Tartar Elena were coming. I think Irene Moray was half convinced of coming too. And eventually we had to stop it. We had to delay it. And it's going to happen.
Delayed. Postponed,
yes.
exactly.
So Cinematic is going to be a traveling event. Well, Marc, it's great to see you. Amazing that we are only 15 minutes late. And then for definite, sorry, it's been down to my technical problems, but it's not technical, it's just the internet. It's failed me today. But I think, judging by the comments, I can see this is working. I mean, people are seeing us. Even when we think they are not seeing us, they keep watching. They keep watching.
Okay.
No,
And you know
and
what's
what is
coming?
more important, I think that the power of the body, the smile, the gaze of Mark, you know, goes across the screen. Even if we can't hug and dance, you know, we have that, and that made us happy tonight.
You are in my heart.
No, and believe me, you are in ours too, Mark.
Great. I'm very happy to see you and to laugh with you.
Yes, Mark. Before you go, just very quickly, what's the name of the new film?
Well, it's not. We don't have it yet. We don't have it. Maybe it's the Travel of Paellas Edinburgh, but I don't know. I don't have it now.
Los whiskies de Rafa, se va a llamar.
Sí, sí. Matemáticas de Dios. Sí, sí.
The title probably sometimes is not that important, but we are sure, you know, with those elements in the mix, Paco, your punkness, the visuals we've seen, we certainly look forward. Not because he's a friend behind, but we want to see those images and hear those sounds. Obviously, in the case of Niño de Elche, we want to listen at that film too. And certainly, you know, whenever it comes, we have no rush. Whenever it comes, whenever we can dance and
we can
cook
wait
and eat together, we will do it. It's just a matter of time. We will do it.
Yes.
It
great.
sounds almost like a threat, doesn't it? We can wait. We are waiting. Take care.
We are waiting.
It's great to see you, right, Mark? And we are going to carry on. We have a few, well, sicarios coming in.
Okay. Thank
Take
you.
care, Mark.
See you. Ciao.
All the best. All the best. Take care.
All the best. All the best.
Good to see you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Adiós, guapo. Ay, Mark. Ay, Noelia. Beloved people. Gente que queremos mucho.
And who is coming now, Alberto?
I think it's time for our audience. So I think they have the link. Alan, I believe, is the first one. So let's see if that goes ahead. If you see Alan coming to the chat. Here we go. No, that's two Rafas. This is strange. Rafa?
Are you there?
All right.
I can see. Please. Take me to your leaders.
Alan is having some issues because Apple doesn't support StreamYard, the software we're using.
No, yeah,
so I think next.
Alan, you need to use Safari.
Rafa says you need to use Safari.
No, I know Rafa. I'm humanoid.
Humanoid from another planet.
Rafa has been trapped in a time and space.
Yeah, that's very strange, Rafa. Alan says we should move on. So I think Ingrid, or part of the audience, you can start joining us. You can use the link.
Hey, Ingrid, how you doing? Hey.
Hola.
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 Nice to see you. ¿Qué tal? It's the typical technical extravaganza.
I already expected, so it's fine.
How are you? Where are you? Glasgow, I gather.
I'm good. I'm in Glasgow. I'm home like everybody else, I guess.
Yeah. Ingrid was was the first people to go out on Twitter and say, I have my pass. So we said, what the heck? Let's bring Ingrid to the opening.
Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to the festival. It's a really good program. So yeah, I will.
Do you have any preferred films? Anything you're particularly keen to watch?
Yeah, I mentioned on Twitter I really want to see Las Niñas because it's a film that everybody's been talking about even before it was released, before it went to the Malaga Festival. So I'm looking forward to that film, see what it's all about. It looks really good from the trailers and from all the photos and stuff I've seen. And I really want to watch one of the shorts as well, because I really miss that from your festival every year. Like, well, the years I managed to make it. Just the night of the short films at the CCA here in Glasgow, that is your venue. So yeah, looking forward to that too.
It's the house speciality in a way, no? Like, people can't get into the Catalan Film Festival without watching the short films.
I think it's a good introduction to that, yeah, because you can see different and filmmakers and just get like a I don't know, like a broader idea, I guess. And I'm not Catalan, so it's interesting to see a bit of everything.
Yeah.
Alberto lied to me again. I thought you were from Figueres.
Rafa in his mind. Ingrid, it's a really good one, I think, and for everyone, because everyone wants to see Las Niñas. Obviously, it's a very hot film. It's for many the Spanish film of the year, and we were so keen that Pilar has worked so close with us, and like Rafa was saying, has been so generous, because you will have a Q&A with Pilar about the film, about the short films. You will have the short film retrospective, so you can warm up and watch those.
Yeah.
And then a really interesting, what Rafa was saying in the beginning, in-depth process tracing, sharing. I think it's about, what, Rafa, 35 minutes, something like that, of Pilar.
Oh, it's 30, it's 42 minutes, if I remember well.
So, like, really the journey behind the film, why they chose these actresses, you have really a 360 perspective on Las Niñas, with Pilar, the director, very involved in the festival this year. So,
yes, and
it's just a shame that. It's just a shame that we can watch it in the big screen. Like that would be great.
Exactly.
Well,
there were plans.
There may still be a chance. We are looking at the first week of December, and maybe beyond that, see if the Edinburgh at least gets out of tier 3, and we can get some dates with the film.
No chance for us here in Glasgow, but it's 2020. I don't make plans anymore.
Exactly. We just remain optimistic, and that's the end of it.
Well, as we were saying with Mark, Ingrid, I have no rush, and all the lovely people of GFT have been very keen to just have us whenever the world is normal again, whenever there is a chance to show films again. Obviously, maybe most of you have seen Las Niñas already in a small screen, but we will try and show it in the big screen too, to see, if someone wants to come and share that too. But we're hoping, as Rafa was saying, this side of Christmas, the other, we're hoping that we can share these films in the big screen too.
Yeah, we all hope to go back to the cinema at some point, whenever that be.
If you look at the guidance of Scottish government, there is an alley, a legal alley that Rafa was considering, that we were considering, which is like churches, for instance, can open, like places for cult can open with maximum 50 people. And technically what we do is a cult, it's una secta.
No, there's another way, but you don't want to talk about it in public, Alberto. How you say, wakes and funerals are allowed.
So yeah, we once screened a film, Democracia.
To sacrifice itself for cinematic, we have 20 people on a wake and 20 people on a funeral. It's just a matter of having your priorities right.
Yeah, ideas we're considering.
Yeah, Rafa. I think I'm going to try this first home idea. Sounds very
First home is not
sounds healthier. We don't need to sacrifice anyone. Anyway, Ingrid, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, well,
let us know what you think about the films when you start watching them tonight or this weekend. Let us know what you like, what you don't.
Yeah, I'm going to keep drinking my vermouth and going to watch some films.
There
Thank
you
for
go.
having me.
We just on the Estrella. Cheers, Ingrid.
Cheers.
Cheerio, cheerio. Thank you very much.
I think we should have someone else that is in between audience, a member of the family,
Alberto,
an
you
important
wish.
member.
I have Hector and
Is
Laia,
there Hector? Bring him in.
and somebody else.
Hector first, and then Tim. Hector,
Hello.
how are you?
Hello, everybody.
¡Hombre! Héctor, Héctor.
How are
How's it
you?
going? Well,
How
not
are
bad,
you,
not
my
bad.
We miss you, man.
I miss you too.
Hector is one of the members of the cinematic family, of the group of volunteers that help us in our events, and one of the most loyals.
I'm out. I'm going to get another beer. Hold on a second.
Tell us, Hector, what have you seen the program? Is there something special that you really want to see this year?
I have seen some recommendations today, but I have been a little bit busy with the master that I am studying right now. But yeah, you know, I would like to see anything crazy, surrealist, anything, you know.
So I told you about Last Day on Earth to start with, but you have a film by Carmen Aumedes called I'm Too Busy, which is her experience, her foreign experience when she was in China for a couple of months. And she follows this kind of like the Zumba became popular in Spain, the Jitterbug, I think it's called, these dances that are outdoors and a lot of people dance together. So there's a fun, freak, outsider perspective on, and very charm perspective on Jitterbug from a Catalan film student in China. So you will like that too. We have plenty of formal, daring, experimental or experiments like El Año del Descubrimiento, My Mexican Pretzel, that I'm sure you will like it. That are not the typical thing you would watch on a Friday night.
I think that it will have all the ingredients
Stereo.
mandatory for a good dish.
If you're looking for like more comments or more tips about the program, I'm particularly to Rafa's. This is all we need. We're trying to use
one,
Twitter.
Rafa 1,
sorry.
Rafa 2, the doppelganger.
Yeah. If you want film recommendations, the more active channel where we are sharing tips about the programs, the films, is probably Twitter. You can find us as Cinematic, but we kind of every day trying to do a Twitter thread where we say, you know, what you can watch this weekend, how this film connects with this one. So if you use Twitter, and if not, fine too. We're using Facebook and Instagram too, the newsletters, but Twitter is a particular one where we kind of writing constantly or writing a lot about the films. Hector, what do you miss from Cinematic or from the festival, if something?
I miss work with all of you there, all the crowd, all the performances, all the, you know, the cinematic magic.
Noèlia was saying earlier today, no? The magic that only happens when humans gather in a room to watch a film.
Yeah, exactly. And discuss with the filmmakers, the poets, the everything. Even I had tried to ask to Noèlia about an influence in her poetry about Baudelaire, but maybe the message has not appeared in the chat. And even I have 2 books about Baudelaire.
Oh yeah, you deep in Baudelaire these days.
Yeah. I have here these books with me. from the beginning, maybe.
I'll make sure we can write her on WhatsApp and get back to you about Noelia's take on Baudelaire and the influence on her poetry too.
Yeah. Shall we get in the rest of the team?
Yeah. It's time because it was a nice transition. Hector is the perfect channel. Hola, Ana.
Hey,
Laia,
hey.
Javi.
Epa.
Hola, guapos.
David,
Oli.
Laura, come
Oh, yeah,
on.
it's here.
Ooh, who's that?
Viva
Whoa,
Catalan Film Fest!
branded
We got
mug.
some artwork. Someone was saying that the technical difficulties were happening because Rafa was using a Betis mug.
Yeah, I
That's
read that, but
merchandising.
I didn't put it on. Yes, no, I'm very sorry. The truth is, there's no technical difficulties. It's just the internet went down here. I mean, Anna, my partner, and my son Tomas were telling me there's no internet. And we went through a patch of that. But I hope that didn't stop this opening gala.
Oh,
Epa! Epa, Laura! Davide, where are you?
Hola. The sound is not good, I think, when we do this. It's good? Can you hear us?
can you hear us?
Yes, perfectly.
Yep.
Good.
Hey,
So
la
here we are.
promoción.
Wait a
Most
moment.
of the
somebody
team-
else coming.
most of
Somebody
the-
else is coming. We are missing somebody here.
Davide.
Okay, yeah. we are missing someone, and it's not a second Rafa.
Hello. Hola.
The Rafa twin brother.
Papo.
Hey!
¿Qué tal?
Hello.
Hey, the
¿Todo bien?
Titan.
So, well, guys, I don't know from where you are watching, but on my right is Alberto, Alberde, and Laura Feliu. Llobregas.
Llobregas. El Prat de Llobregas.
My
Come on,
pronunciation is
Rafa.
better.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay, I'm from Valle. Come on. This guy here is Hector, one of our volunteers on the live events. Fantastic. We should have more of that. Patricia, Noelia, where are you guys? Here, there. This one is Laia.
Two, Laia. Two. There are two. I know. I
And
just one.
somebody else, we don't see him in the small screen, but he's still alone. Say something. What is that will be a good question. What is the experience of living with a cinematic or cinematica during a cinematica festival? Are you
Don't be too harsh.
That's for me. That's my question.
Yes, Laia,
for
go
him.
ahead.
This is the next team.
It's been fun because I joined cinematic since the pandemic, and so it was crazy. And now during the Catalan Film Festival, it has been crazier.
I haven't noticed anything. Then we have here, let's see if I can get it right. There is Ana Felushina.
Yay.
My email has been hacked.
That's right.
My internet doesn't work.
Here,
Ana smiles.
Anna is the engine making the whole machine works. Anna, how it has been? How is still to prepare this festival with this team?
Honesty, please.
I joined Cinematic last year, just in time for the last year's Catalan Film Festival. So this year is definitely a change because we've been working all day and all night to make this festival happen online. And I think I speak for the entire team that we really cannot wait for everyone to watch that, because there are a ton of interviews, a ton of Q&As. I've been subtitling them. a minute of fame here, but yeah, absolutely amazed to see all this hard work come to such a nice result, and yeah, excited for this opening finally. So yeah.
Finally, it's the closest. We're not joking if we're saying, that the first, is 6 months of work with other projects. And yeah, I mean, it's so much that these people in these windows have been sharing, arguing, getting emotional, being, bad to each other, being nice to each other. But here we are. We seems like we made it. We don't have a lot of feeling. David.
Yeah, one Rafa is enough. Okay.
We look like the
Two
Brady
Rafa.
Bunch.
No,
I think
no puedo.
And Davide Boschi. There.
Wow, right
there.
Pronunciation.
It's a very different.
Very good.
It's a very different year, no, Davide? Because
yeah, after a year, I'm here talking in Spanish, interviewing directors in Spanish. I don't know how Hannah could understand what I was saying. I mean, thank you so much for that.
They were delighted, Davide. They were happy. I mean, translating it. I wasn't happy translating it, but they were hysterical. They love it.
Yeah, we try to understand each other. I know, in let's say Italian words. Yeah.
It was fantastic to see Davide taking the initiative and going and emailing distributors, filmmakers in a 99% perfect Spanish, like really good Spanish.
My goodness.
Well, we didn't know that Davide had these skills.
Me neither. Io tampoco. It was a surprise. But yeah,
el año del descubrimiento.
El año del descubrimiento. Totalmente.
It is so good that we are still
La nueva
together.
scuola.
What?
Exactly. La scuola was good, yeah.
Every single title can be applied. You could apply to us, las niñas.
Everything, yeah.
Well, guys,
Laura,
we are only.
Laura, it's been a very different year for you too, no? How it's been working for Cinematic, so involved?
It's been a nightmare.
No.
But I have to say that I think halfway through the pandemic, I realized that, of course, because events are not happening, I wasn't of any use, because I would normally take photographs. I'm particularly really keen on taking portraits during the Catalan Film Festival or other events, and this wasn't happening. So that's when I proposed and I jumped in and joined the work this year with the Catalan Film Festival from another perspective. I've really, really enjoyed, but it's been really hard work from all of us, and now it's the time to just enjoy it and see it paid off. So
obviously they're not here, but Lorena, two people that are not here because probably they're sleeping, or it's a strange time over there in Cali, in Colombia.
Because
Lorena,
we are 40 minutes late and they are watching the films already.
Lorena and
Sure.
Jessica from Cali were doing the brochure that you might have seen or you will see soon, and particularly working with Laura and with Laia on all the creative, all the images, the design that you've been seeing across trailers, banners, posters.
Yeah.
So they are the ones to be blamed for the look of the festival.
Yes. Also, you have that Anna Feducina is responsible of probably is the only other woman in the planet that can kick my ass and keep me smiling. So
This is what you like, Rafa.
I'm surprised. But also she's responsible for the accessibility of our program. All the Q&As, all the interviews, all the deep talks are subtitled in Spanish and English, so you can access them wherever you are. And that's thanks to Anna. So there you go.
Guys, let's make an applause to Laia. Laia, you're doing it. You're surviving. You see? It's easier than you thought.
It's been a lot of work behind the scenes.
I don't like that.
Habernos matado.
Esto. And Davide, what have you been doing? You've been doing so many things, man. Helping with the program, helping with fest.
Yeah, let's say that I always hated to work with computers, software, etc. And you made me do that, so I'm very happy. It was something new. Yeah, I was so thrilled. Wow, no, yeah,
yes.
I think we are
Davide,
we are the kings of West Home.
I mean, this is analog. It's analog. Yes, cool.
I was thinking to know, you say you join Cinematic, you're gonna do like Nuovo Cinema Paradiso with all the pellicola, all the frames, gonna be live. No, it's all on the computer, but yeah, it's fine.
Well, you know, you were here before this pandemic. You know, we
That's
like it the physical, the in-person format as much as you know, the day of Cinema Paradiso. And one day we'll be back. But everyone, guys, is there a film that you really want to see? Not really. After working so much in this program, you don't want to see anything. Davide, I start with you.
Yeah, I go. Actually, one of my favorite probably is one in the classic audience favorite, because it reminds me when I was just one of the audience from Cinematic, and is Yo la Busco by Sara Gutierrez. For me, it's one of the strongest. Thanks to that, I started to love Cinematic even more. So looking forward to that, and of course, I'm looking forward to the 3 hours of Año de Descubrimiento. I think it's gonna be like a very, very hard in the good way. Like you're gonna join, you're gonna see different perspective of history. So yeah, looking forward for these two. Probably on the third place, Joseph, because I like Aurel Fromen is an amazing cartoonist and illustrator. So to see it on a proper long feature is gonna be very good.
Bravo, and yes, El Año del Descubrimiento is being coined as the film and the series of the year in Spain, both, because it's so long that you can watch it as a series if you want.
Oh, yeah.
The good thing is Yo la Busco is one of the few actually features we have in Catalan. I don't know if Jaume Plensa is another one, or maybe
La Nova Escola.
La Nova Escola, for definite.
Some of the short.
And some shorts are in Catalan.
Perdó?
Sorry?
Ni oblit ni perdó?
You're ready, Laia.
Yeah, some of the
exactly, some of the short things too. Laia, is there something you really want to watch? Not really.
After doing the trailer, I think I would like to watch Las Niñas and La Nova Escola and Josep for sure.
Right? Yeah. Anna, you've been watching all this process. How does it feel? Can you still look at the films with love?
I have an entire weekend of Q&As and talks and masterclasses ahead of me to translate and transcribe. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm really excited about my Mexican pretzel because the masterclass by Nuria Jimenez looks fantastic. And really, I cannot wait to see the film itself. So yeah.
Hey, Laura, is there something that you really want to watch here in the projector?
My Mexican pretzel as well. because when
That was your
we-
style, I knew.
when we had the opportunity, I mean, it was available throughout the festival, and we watched it in a very small computer, and I realized, wow, this is such a poetic film that I can only watch throughout the whole thing and be focused, because the image is so powerful, and I could not really pay attention to the text or to the music or anything. So I finally, just by looking, and I think it was siesta time, I slept, and I said, oh, this is a wonderful film, and Alberto kept saying, but you haven't seen it because you've slept throughout. And I was like, yeah, but so far what I've seen is great. So I can't wait to see it like here at home, like a proper screening. We have a projector and put the music connected to the buffer, and but many more as well. I mean, I've seen already quite a few. I think we'll take the challenge to see El Descubrimiento.
Did you pay the ticket?
No.
Come on, team. You're part of the team.
Guys, we just got number 300. There's 300 tickets that have gone.
300 people are watching us.
I don't know who they are. There's people, strange people in this planet.
Plus
Question.
one of Laura.
Question: Did anyone in this team? Did anyone in this team thought that this festival we were organizing would be watched by 300 people?
No.
Yes.
I never thought
3,000.
that many people. It's
High five for Rafa.
Rafa, come back.
It's
Another camera.
it's a beautiful surprise that I was not expecting. And
surprise,
Rafa was
yeah.
showing us some.
What you talking about me?
You're still frozen, Rafa. You cannot talk. You are like this.
I'm not frozen.
I speak for myself if I say, yeah, I was not expecting to get in the first week, even the day of starting, 300 people to watch it, subscribe to watch this in First Home TV. So it's a beautiful surprise.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because
We all freeze.
Because of Mugiro.
Mucho.
Shall we wrap up, team? All I have to say really is I have enough with one Rafa. I don't want to. As you can see, it's been hard, but it's also been fun to organize this at times.
Before to end, let's send a huge hug and support to all the former members of the staff in Picture House, Film House. They are struggling quite a lot, so let's give our thoughts, at least something.
To the whole film community, exactly. It goes beyond GFT, DCA, to everyone that is trying to keep independent cinema alive out there.
Yes. If we have to screen something, the Ukrainian community hall, we will do it.
My only note is obviously this is starting, as we were saying, try to help us and make it feel like a community. Use the hashtags or not. Write us, share thoughts, comments in your posts. Rafa?
What the fuck?
This is the voice of the
help us making
let's get out of here.
Help us making you and everyone feel like a community for the next 2 weeks. So interact with the festival. Tell your friends this is happening. All these great films cost only £10. And that there is a strange guy frozen all the time behind the screen organizing it with a Betis mug.
I'm not frozen, am I? María Jesús.
Anyway, closing remarks, anyone? Or we can go and start watching
happy
your
to be
film.
part of this team.
What?
What?
Lale, did you make the mug?
Let's call it a day. No. Ah,
No.
That's the new merchandising, okay.
I'm a few seconds behind.
I can sell it now.
We should use it for merchandising purpose.
Do you want a mug? Write us. Laia will send it to you. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining this. We will be doing a vermouth next Friday. If you want to come on the screen with the rest of audience members or team, send us a wee message, because we will be welcoming people to come and sharing their thoughts about what they saw, about what they're planning to see. So a vermouth next Friday, 7 p.m. with more teams. There you go. Rafa, we know Hector is Rafa's favorite. That's a fact.
Venga, chicos, thank you very much, everyone, for the huge effort to put this together. Thank you to our supporters, our sponsors, our audience. Go and watch the films. I'm planning to do that. And next Friday, same time, more or less, the same place, and more or less the same content.
Bueno, Rafa.
With more enthusiasm, Rafa.
Bueno, guapos. See you behind the screens.
Adios.
See you, everyone. Enjoy the films. Enjoy the Catalan Film Festival.
Only a tenner.
Ciao, ciao.
Merci beaucoup.